everybody, welcome to my channel. I went ahead and created this look here. It's like pretty much neutral colors, and pretty much what you can do, you can use these colors every day, or if you're going to a brunch or something, this is the look that you can pull off. And if you want to continue watching this video to see how I achieve this, then keep on watching. So I'm going to start with, on my face, I'm going to use Revision's Vitamin C 30%. I'll just do one pump and put it all over my face. I'll do one more pump. Gonna really dry. So I use this to help with like any sunspots, any dark spots, to help brighten up your face, and it's vitamin C, so it's good for the skin. And I'll put down where I got this down below in the description box. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer like this. I'm sure you guys seen this in my other video. So I'll just do one puff like that, and then I'll put that all over my face. And so when I do that, towards the end, I'll start like patting it into my skin, just so like I feel that it's going into my skin. There you go. I have a huge pimple right there. Fantastic. Okay. So then now that I have my primer, I'll let that sit in my skin for a few moments, okay? And so once I have all that on my face, then I'll start working into my eyes. And I like to do my eyes first because I don't want to mess up the rest of my, if I have like foundation and everything else, and I do my eyeshadow after, and this is different for everybody, but if I mess up and have to clean it off, then I mess up my face. So that's why I like to do my eyes first, in case I mess up, I can just wipe it off and I'm not messing up anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and do, if I can find it. Let's see. Okay, so this here from Bare Minerals is a concealer stick, and it's in the color Fair Light. Yeah. And so it looks like this. And I'm gonna put that on my eyelid. Just like that. Okay, beautiful. All right, and then what I like to do is either you can blend it with your finger, and but I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush. This is the Sedona Lace 847 brush, and it looks like this. It's just very dense, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that into my eye. I'm going to use this as my base for my eyeshadow. And then a little bit underneath. So what are you guys doing this weekend? I am doing nothing. Nothing, to my knowledge, at least. Okay, so I got that nice and blended. And then next what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, I want to set my base into place. So I will use anything that's like translucent or a banana powder or flat color wise, or close to your skin tone, I would use that to set it in place. So I'm gonna do that with my eyes, and I'm just grabbing a flat brush. It's a big eyeshadow flat brush, just like that. So I'm just gonna use that. And I'm using the NYX Highlight and Contour palette, and I'm using this color right here. It's a flat color, and I'm just gonna go ahead and place that all over the lid, just like that, so that I'm setting my primer or base in place. Alright, so I have that in place. So today's palette that we're playing with is going to be the Jaclyn Hill palette. And the first color I'm going to be playing with is going to be, I apparently lost the names of these colors, so I'll just point them out to you. So I'm going to go ahead and do this color right here first. And I'm going to place that in my crease. And I'm going to be using my Sigma brush. I don't know what number it is. It's so old. But it looks like this. It's a blending brush. So once I get the color, I tapped it once because I don't want all the fallout to be on my face. And I'll start working it into my crease. Just like that. As you can see, I do circular motions on the outer corner, and then I'll do windshield wiper motions once I get in my crease. And then going back to the color, tap it once, going to the other side. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna do it one more time because I want to kind of slowly build my color. That same color, back at it again. I don't know if you can hear the background. My husband's trying to cook breakfast and talking to Alexa. Okay, so again, same color, doing the same thing onto the other side. I'm just trying to slowly build the intensity of this color. Just like that. Okay, so you kind of get the gist of what I did right there. Okay, so next, I usually like to kick it up a notch by the color. By that meaning, I'm going to slowly go dark, deepen in the color. So I'm going to go ahead next with this color right here in the palette. Again, sorry, I don't know what happened to the names of these colors. I lost it, so sorry. So again, same brush, going with this color in my eye. I'm going to go in the same spot. I'm not trying to change it up. I'm not trying to put it in a different spot. I'm going on top of the same first color that I did. So again, circular motions, and then windshield wiper motion in my crease. I know a lot of this is repetition, and you just have to like it's mostly your hands, so you have to kind of get used to adjust to get used to how to play with these how to play with the colors, the eyeshadow colors. Or maybe just a different method for you guys, like, you know, everybody's different. So other side with that other color. Just like that. Okay, so I have that. And so now I'm gonna switch it up. Actually, in fact, I'm not gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go with another dark color. And it'll be the one next to it right here. Same brush, right on top. There you go. And then again, other side with that other deeper color. Okay. Okay. So I'm satisfied with what's going on with the transition in my blending. So now I'm going to take a different brush, and this one's a little bit more tapered. This is the MAC 217 brush, and now what I'm going to focus is the outer corners right here of my eye. And right here I'm going to place a deeper color. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do so many options. I kind of play with it. I'm going to use this brown right here. It's like a rich brown, kind of warm tone. I'm going to use that color there. And so, you know, I'll put the color on there. Nothing too crazy. I tapped it already for any fallout. And I'm going to put this right here. And as you can see, I'm kind of like dabbing it into the outer corner. I'm not going like this, but like this. Sorry, y'all. And you can slowly work. I'm not going to go into the inside. I'm just focusing right here. And so when I kind of do this type of motion, it's going to help me blend. Just like that. And then, you know, sometimes I'll go up here in my crease and gently, can you see where my hands are placed at in this, on this brush? The closer I am right here, the more it's going to be it's going to be difficult to blend, and the color application will go harsher, I guess, in a way, versus me having my brush here. I mean, I have control of it, but it's going to go more gently onto the eye, just like that. I noticed that when I do makeup lessons, some people tend to do this. I get closer to the brush and I tell them to hold it back just so that you're not going crazy with it, going darker with it. So placement of your hand and on the brush does make a difference. So I darkened it up, the outer corner. I'm going to do the same to the other eye. And again, I'm kind of like tapping it onto the outer corner of my eye. Just like that. And a little bit into like half midway on the crease. Just like that. Okay. I'm pretty much satisfied with the intensity of this color. If you guys feel like it's not dark enough for you, then go for it and go darker, because you can. But for me, for today, this is my satisfaction. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with my lid color right here. And as you can tell, like all the colors I played with here, they're all matte. There's no shimmer or anything like that, because you want to give it definition. So by doing definition, you want something that's flat. When you use like shimmery colors, you're pretty much enhancing those features. So I am going to use a shimmery color, and instead of using an eyeshadow brush, I'm going to use my ring finger, just because I feel like I can get more intensity, the payoff of the color. So I'm going to go ahead and use this color right here. Such a nice shimmery color. And I'm going to use my ring finger, just like that. And I'm going to place it on my eyelid. And as you can see, I'm, putting it in the beginning of my inner eye, and I'm just meeting with that darker brown on the outer corner, overlapping just a tad bit. And then I'm not going up all the way where I have my transition or my crease color. So just like that. Just like that. It's a good transition, nice blend. You can go ahead and use a brush, and if you feel like it's like black and white, then please blend it. But I am blending it a little bit with my finger, so I just put a little bit more, just like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead to the other side and blend that in. I'm probably making a funny face. And then we get a napkin. One more time. Okay, so there we go. If there's anything you need to fix, I'm gonna go back with this brush here, my MAC 217, just to fix any edges, just like that. Okay, so I already have my eyeshadow done, and then next I'm gonna use my eyeliner. And the eyeliner I'm using is by Physicians Formula, and it's in the color black. Supposedly this one here, it says eye booster, so it's supposed to help with your lashes growth cycle. I've been using it for quite some time, and I haven't really noticed a difference. So, but if it says it does, why not? So this is a pretty okay eyeliner. I mean, it gets the job done, but it's not as black, like opaque as I like it to be. But I can't really complain. I've just been using it. The other one that I really liked, it's from NYX. I don't know if they still have this. This is also a felt tip pen, just like this. I like the felt tip pen, so I kind of got adjusted to it. But I stopped using this because it started to like leak kind of in a way. So every time I was doing my eyeliner, it was getting like drippy. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And this is also a felt tip pen. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeliner real quick. I'm like, I always want to concentrate when I do my eyeliner, it's like, don't talk to me. And like, this is like a serious surgery procedure. Okay. So I have my eyeliner. And then I'm going to use this black eyeliner. It's just a gel eyeliner into my waterline. I need to sharpen this. Okay, so just like that. Nothing too crazy. It's not like super black. Okay, so now I'm gonna go. I keep sliding off my chair. It's pretty annoying actually. My foundation, the Bare Minerals Pro in the color Pecan 18. Yeah. So I did 2 pumps. That's pretty much good for me. And I put it in the back of my hand. I use my finger and I put it all on my face. Just like that. And I'm gonna just take this off my hand so I don't ruin my clothes. And so I'm gonna use my beauty blender. I know it's dirty, I've been using it, okay? And it's quite old, and I can't speak today. I have already wetted, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the bottom side, that's what I like to call it, the fatter side of it, and pounce it into my skin. Make sure you guys get underneath the jawline. I'm not into placing it on my neck. That's not me at all. I know a lot of makeup artists do that. Not me whatsoever. I don't like it. I don't like anything on my neck. My face will just do. But you know, everybody's different again. And then I'll go up, blend my forehead. Can you hear that? My husband's listening to Blink 182 while cooking. Hi. Whatever floats your boat. Okay, so I want to make sure like there's no like spots, like patchiness, so be careful with that because that has happened to me before. It sucks. So now while my foundation is setting and sinking into my skin, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing my brows. The pencil I'm using is the Bare Minerals Brow Master Sculpting, and this is in the color Coffee. And one end is, it's not like a precision pencil, because like the end is kind of like this, kind of a little fat. I don't mind it. And then the other end is the spoolie. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my brows. I like to first brush them, get them tamed. And then again, I like to outline first. And then I'll go back to the top. And I'm going really based upon my eye shape. And then I like to go ahead and meet with the other end. That's how I outline it. And then I'll go ahead and fill it in. And so towards the beginning, I'll like slowly work into like fill it in and then kind of like go upwards like so. And so it's like nice and sharp, right? So then I get my spoolie and I start like kind of like it helps me blend the pencil just like that. And I like to use my finger and kind of like help like straighten it up. And then this finger, I like to do this just because I don't want to have like any harsh edges, because you shouldn't have harsh edges. Just like that. I don't know. Just like that. So just okay, so I'm doing the other eye. Okay, so kind of every now and then I have to go back and forth and make sure everything is even. Brows are such a difficult process. It's like whatever. Okay, so I got my brows, I got my foundation. Next is gonna be my concealer. Okay, so I've been playing with the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. Infallible. Look, I can't speak, okay? The color I'm using is in vanilla. I don't know if you can see that. And so let me tell you, this concealer is like the dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. It does work really nicely. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, down my nose, a little bit on my forehead and on my chin, and then on my cupid's, whatever you call that part. And this goes a long way. Like you're gonna see, it goes a long way. Every time I put concealer on myself, and I'm using the fat part to blend this part, I see, I always do a little bit underneath the eye. I mean, I cannot do that harsh, no, that's just, no. If your client is into that or your friend or whoever, if you yourself are into doing that whole triangle part and filling that in with concealer, power to you, but not me. Okay, so I blended my tea, and now I'm gonna blend my underneath my eyes. And look, can you see how much of that is blending down? Sorry, my camera shut off for a second there. Okay, so this 3 dots equals this much. And then I like to make sure that I'm blending right here in the creases of your nose because we tend to get a little bit red. And then also over here, when I go this way, I'm working my way up because I don't want to go down. You kind of want to give it a nice lift. And then if you can hear him, sorry. See how much that blends? Like that 3 dots equals this much amount. So a little goes a long way. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so I got my concealer packed down. Make sure it's nice and blended, like there's no separation. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with powders. And the powder I'm gonna use on my face is gonna be the Bare Minerals Matte. And it's in a color medium beige 12. And so all I like to do is I'll get like, I'm using this Glow Minerals brush, just like that, kind of flat. And you can use any powder brush. And so what I do is I'll put some on like the brush and then I'll put it like this and start blending it. And I start putting the powder like this motion, pat it into my skin. Yeah, I'm doing like this. Patting it and then a little bit down my jaw and then my forehead. I don't do this anymore because I feel like I'm not getting the amount, or I don't feel like I'm getting the good coverage of the powder into my skin. So when I put the face powder, I skip the under eyes because this has a tint to it. Pretty much any powder foundation is going to have a color to it, and it's going to be, you know, darker than your concealer because your concealer is about a shade or 2 lighter than the rest of your face. And so I'm going to go ahead and use the Huda Beauty banana powder or banana bread. It's a translucent powder. I've played with this and I love it. I'm gonna have to find a drugstore translucent powder, but for the longest time I was using the Air Spun one translucent powder and the color Honey Beige, and I love it, don't get me wrong. But one night I went out, I don't know if you guys follow my Instagram, but I went out and I took pictures and it was just like flashback underneath flashback. It was horrific. So yeah, I don't want to look like a ghost underneath my eyes. So I'm getting some of the banana bread and tapping it onto the back of the lid, and then I'm gonna put it underneath my eye. And this brush is the Morphe E48 brush. I like to, it's just a good size to put underneath my eye. If you're the type of person who gets their concealer and it creases immediately, before you set it in place, blend some of that off and then, you know, set it in place, because if you have the crease and you set it, it's gonna stay like that. All right, so now that I have my concealer already taken care of, I'm gonna go back to the NYX palette, the contour and highlight palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and start contouring my face, and I'm gonna use this shade right here. I don't know the name of it. Wait, I do know. The HCPS06. That's a long name. The number 6. And I'm gonna use my Sigma large angle contour brush. I like to use these type of brushes. It's kind of like angled, and it's just, I don't know what it is about this brush, but I love to use it to contour my face. So it just sits well right there. So when I do this, I don't go past here. I'm just gonna focus here and not go, we're not trying to bring it to the mouth. Don't do that. Okay, so I contour, and then I'll take a little bit of it and put it on here around the hairline. Okay, so the trick is, or what they say is, when you contour the hairline, if you have like a big forehead, it's gonna help mimic it to make it smaller. So that's why we tend to contour. Like, I'm not using cream contouring. I haven't really fooled around with cream contours. I do want to, so I have to play with it, but I like powder. It's just, I like the way the finish is. If it was like a photo shoot or a movie, okay, but this is real life and I don't want to look like overload. Okay, so not everybody's gonna follow me, but whatever's left over on this brush, I'll go ahead and squeeze it and use that for my nose. Just like that. Just a little something something. Okay, so the blush I'm going to use is the Balm Springs from the Balm Cosmetics. It's this shade here. Yes, you can tell I use it quite often. And I'm going to use the MAC 120. No, the 129. And it looks like this. And then focus this on the apples of my cheeks. I kind of do like a smirk smile. The things we do to make faces. And a little bit on my nose. I like to do a little something extra. Okay, so now I have that. So before I put my mascara on, I'm gonna go back to my palette and I'm gonna go back to that rich brown color that I used in the outer corners of my eye. And I'm gonna use a pencil brush. This is the Morphe M431 brush. And it looks like this. And I'm gonna grab that color there, just a little bit, and put that underneath my eye. And I'm gonna meet the inner corner. I'm not gonna go into the inner corner, just meet it. And then just like that. Okay. So now I'm done with the eyeshadow. And now what I'm gonna do is mascara. I have to think sometimes. And the mascara I'm using is from Maybelline, the Colossal Big Shot. It's in the color black. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take my mascara. Do you know how many people tell me how frustrating it is to put mascara on? and that's why they're like, they want to get their lash extensions done, which by the way, I do lash extensions. It is definitely an eye-opener, and you're probably wondering why I don't have it. It's because I can't do it on myself. That's just not possible. For one, it's dangerous, and then two, I haven't had the time yet. I haven't had the time to get them done. It's lash extensions are very addicting, and it's an expense that people like to do, and I don't blame them. If I could do it, I would. Maybe I will one day. So I'm using the other mirror because I can't see from the other mirror. I do say for people who are going to get lash extensions, I would use a lash boost because it's going to help like give your lashes strength, and then also help them grow. Because a lot of people are like, is it gonna make my lashes fall? No, that's not true. It's like hair extensions. You get hair extensions, and in that time when you take them off, it's like, oh my god, I have no hair. Kind of the same method with lash extensions. But my favorite part when I have clients who get lashes, and it's like the reaction after. I love that part. That's my favorite part. I can't even see right now. Now, when it comes to mascara, I know everybody's going to be different. Like, they don't like the mascara that is chunky or... So when it comes to preference, I'm using my Q-tip because I got mascara underneath my eye. It's a nice tip. Yeah, so there's, you know, my favorite high-end mascara is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang, and the bristles are like this. It's the plastic bristles, but it separates your lashes very nicely. I like that a lot. So like I said, you know, not everybody's gonna like, you know, the type of mascara I use. Everybody has different looks. Okay, now the last step is going to be lipstick, and the lipstick I'm going to use, I like this one. It's number 69 Matte Beauty from Milani. Number 69. Can you see that? There we go. And it's like a matte brown lipstick. Kind of has warmth to it. And I'm not using a lip liner. I can use a lip liner, but I guess in other words, if this wasn't so pointed yet, it was just flat, then I would use a lip liner because I want to be precise when I get like to the top here. But I can still pull it off now without the lip liner. So yep. So this completes this look here. So there we go. I hope you guys like this, and there'll be more to come. Yeah, have a good one.